You are welcome to Paul the Safety Guy. You are welcome to PTSG. By the way, I'm Paul. Let's get deeper. There is a battle ongoing of which you all are not aware. No one is aware except me. Listen. The strongest man in Burkina Faso, His Excellency, the bullet swerver, the young and energetic leader, Captain Traorè Ibrahim, has started something. And no president in Africa was able to go head to head with him. Everyone was mute. Everyone was silent. Until His Excellency, the greatest man of Damango, the doctor, the man with excellence in food security, doctor of law, the greatest across the nation of Benin. You all don't know this. Hi. The man who has received global leadership and economic development awards. His Excellency John Dramani Kwame Mahama, Damango greatest, stood up and he said, yo, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this battle. If you're doing this for your country, I'm also doing this for my country. This is an head-to-head developmental war. Head-to-head battle. Who will win? From now onwards, just check. Ghanaians, a silent battle, a silent developmental war is going on between these leaders. If you do this, I will do this for my country. If you do this for your country, I also want this for my country. Now, this is Paul the Safety Guy. We are focused on the safety aspect. Let's watch this video and come back deep into the video.
Burkina Faso has instituted a new weight restriction. And so what our people do is they load one truck here, overload it 120 tons, and then they get to the border and they offload the goods into 3 different trucks before they can enter Burkina Faso. If Burkina Faso wants good roads, we also want good roads. So we're not going to allow you to take one truck and go and offload into 3. So I'm serving notice. We will have stakeholder engagements with all the people in the transport sector. And when we start implementing our weight restrictions, we hope that everybody will comply so that these roads that we're doing will not fail in the next 2 to 3 years.
All right. So before we get deeper into the video, like you saw the video, before we get deeper into the video, there are these statistics that we have to go through. These are road crashes statistics for the year 2025. And you know, what we do normally, is that we merge the various months, what happens in all regions, the various months, and we merge them into quarters. We have first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth. You know, the first quarter comprises of January, February, March. So, and the second quarter, so each quarter contains 3 months. Yeah, like we all know. So it contains the crashes records of 3 months. So, you know, I'm supposed to let you know what's really happening in Ghana. You know, most of us don't get time to, go through all these things. So these crashes in Ghana, and you know they are very lengthy. From when I'm supposed if I'm supposed to take it from January to December, it's very lengthy. So what I'm doing is I'm doing it in let me say quarters. So even the quarters two is 4 parts, and we are not end with the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter will end this December. So what I'm going to do right now is we are going to talk about the first quarter. We are going to brush through the first quarter. Then next video we go to the second. Next video go to the third, so that it wouldn't be boring. Because when I'm supposed to go through all these three that we have for now, of which it will be 4 at the end of December, it will be the video will be too lengthy. So for you to know what's going on the road, for you to be careful or protect yourself, as I've been saying in previous videos, you know, the total cases, when I talk of total cases, the number of accidents, the number of road crashes that we've recorded in Ghana, not in Nigeria, in Ghana, the total cases that we've recorded for now in the first quarter is 3,674 cases. 3,674 cases. And commercial vehicles which are involved, the total number of commercial vehicles involved is 2,095. Commercial vehicles involved in 2,095. And commercial vehicles, those involved, the number of people who get injured, is 1,972. And people who were killed, people who lost their life through these accidents in commercial vehicles are 236. For private vehicles, we have 2,473. 2,473 persons injured, 882 persons killed, 166. And when we go to motorbikes, or motorcycles, the general term is motorcycle, because motorbikes is just an entity on its own. We have tricycles and others. So for motorcycles, we have 1,575. And people who were injured through motorcycle accidents were 1,433. 1,433. And people who were killed were 350. So my other focus is pedestrian knockdown. Pedestrian knockdown is 650 people. Pedestrians who were crossing the road, maybe you were crossing the road, walking along, maybe a kid has close from the school, and a driver will hit him, a motor rider will hit him or her with a vehicle or with a machine, and the person loses his life or get injured. We're 650. So the total number of vehicles, people's properties for the first quarter which were involved in this accident or crashes were 6,143. Number, let me break this down for us. All these crashes or all these accidents, see, the number of males below 18 which were involved were 43. The number of males below 18 which were involved were 43. And the number of females which were involved were 48. Below 18, people below 18. So we could see in the first quarter, the females were losing their life a lot on the road when it comes to road crashes, accidents. You know, we're losing our girls a lot. The youth, the kids who don't know anything, we were losing them. Especially to the knockdowns. These kids will be walking along the road knowing nothing, and the teenagers too. The teenagers, the knockdowns were much on the teenagers in the sense that these teenagers, the females especially, they are in their adolescence. So there will be when they will be flexing on the road, when they will be walking, they will put on a walk. We don't put on a catwalk on the road, oh mommy. We should get this, please. And we know GS should deal with this. We will get there. We will get to that part. GS should deal with this. We should teach these girls, these guys, these youth, these adolescents, these teenagers, the way to use the road in our various schools. These are the places that we learn, and it should be practical. We shouldn't sit in our classrooms teaching them always. If you see a traffic light, blah 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 blah. We will get there. I will design a special presentation for these teenagers, this GS issue, this schools issue. We don't teach these kids anything on safety, on road safety in school. And even if you teach them, it should be practical. We should send them to the roadside and teach them. Please. We will get time for this. Let's get to the president video again.
Burkina Faso has instituted a new weight restriction. And so what our people do is they load one truck here, overload it 120 tons, and then they get to the border and they offload the goods into 3 different trucks before they can enter Burkina Faso. If Burkina Faso wants good roads, we also want good roads. So we're not going to allow you to take one truck and go and offload into 3. So I'm serving notice. We will have stakeholder engagements with all the people in the transport sector. And when we start implementing our weight restrictions, we hope that everybody will comply so that these roads that we're doing will not fail in the next 2 to 3 years.
Hey, you saw the video. You saw the video. Clap for Mahama. Hey. Clap, 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 clap. Tactica. Tactica. You heard everything the president was saying. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome to PTSG. Welcome to Poor the Safety Guy. The video you just watched was President History, His Excellency, President John Kwame Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana. So from what he was saying, he wanted to mean that the president or the leader of Burkina Faso has instituted a law that these overloaded trucks, these long trucks, you know, we have long trucks in Africa, in Ghana, like in Burkina, wherever. And they are oversized. They are, you know, we have regulations, we have size, we have number for or length for these long trucks, you know. But due to the greedy nature, or due to, I don't know, let me say, the smartness level of some of these vehicle owners or the drivers, they extend the size of their vehicles so that they can load more goods in their vehicle. So maybe 100-footer container or 40-footer, let me see. Let me 40-footer container, let me see. 40-footer container, 100 is too long. It's too huge of a number. 40-footer container 40-footer container size is what a truck is supposed to use. But rather, he will extend it to, let's say, 60, 50. So the extra 20 is another profit of the owner or the car driver, or the vehicle driver or the truck driver. So instead of containing, or instead of loading a vehicle with 40-footer goods, he will load it with 60-footer goods. And mind you, these things are the reason why the African roads are in bad conditions. These things are one of the reasons why our African roads are in bad condition, are in bad shape. Because the moment you construct a new road, they will destroy it with heavy goods. Mind you, every road has a limit of weight it's supposed to contain. So the limits of this weight or limit of load a road is supposed to contain is enshrined in the constitution of every country. So when you come to Ghana, we have our limits. We have our laws, our regulations enshrined in our constitution that these trucks, these long trucks, when you go to Ghana, we usually refer them locally as articulators. These articulators, no, we have limits. We have load limits that they are supposed to, carry. But instead of their greedy nature of some drivers or some vehicle owners, they have extended it, and it's going against we the citizens. It's going against the nation, because you and I, it's our taxpayers' money that we use in the constructions of these roads. So whatever these drivers do, that we are mute about this, it's going against us. And God being so good, our president is an insightful leader, a visionary leader, a tactical man. He has been on the streets of Ghana. The president has been a street boy. He knows the tactics of these truck owners. Hey, president is officer or trucks maybe or Bobby. Yeah. I'm saying you be. Or tracks maybe. He knows what he's saying. It's an in-depth information of someone who has a fair idea of what these truck drivers are doing. So Captain Traorè, being so smart, being so honorable, being so loyal, being so patriotic, being so a good leader in his country, has instituted a law that whenever you carry a truck more than a certain number of feet, he will just cut it. Else you go back. If only you want to use the land or the road of Burkina Faso, you have to comply with the weight or the size or the length of vehicle going to pass on the Burkina Faso road, because he has constructed a new road and he don't want you people to go and destroy it for him. So if you know you are carrying an overloaded vehicle, since they know Traorè don't entertain nonsense, these drivers immediately they use the Ghanaian road to the border. Maybe you know the story. When these truck drivers, I had a conversation with one of these truck drivers, and he was complaining bitterly to me as a safety officer. He was crying. Honestly, he was crying, because the situation is that, in Ghana, we have our weight limits for each truck. So immediately you overload your truck. What the highway people do through the Azu weight, we have a group in the highway authority called Azu weight. So the Azu weight, they will, whenever they have a scale of it, the vehicle will pass through on it. Your truck will pass on it or stand on it, and it will weigh the goods or the load that you are carrying, and they will charge you for the extra load that you are carrying in Ghana. For Ghana, that's the punishment. They will charge you if you've overloaded the trucks. So it got to a point the drivers were okay with it. They were okay with paying the money to the Azu weight or the highways people, and they will destroy our road. So he can choose to overload the car, the vehicle, or the truck, and he will pay the extra charges. So maybe you've overloaded, let's say 20 kg. So the 20 kg, maybe each kg is 10 cedis. So you multiply the 20 kg by 10, or let me see, maybe 100 or 1,000 Ghana cedis. Then you multiply it by 10, maybe you pay 20,000. Because the driver that I'm referring to, he told me he has paid 20,000 Ghana cedis for the Ghana highway because he has overloaded the vehicle, or he has overloaded the vehicle with the goods that he is carrying, and he is aware, he's okay with it. He has paid the 20,000. And mind you, this driver is embarking on a journey from Ghana, from Tema to Burkina. And not even from Tema, he started from Togo. And you know, these drivers, they can start the journey from Lagos, and they will pass through Benin. From Benin, he will pass through Togo. From Togo, he will pass through maybe Eastern region or wherever, and he will pass through Northern region. Ghana. You pass through Ghana to Burkina Faso. So all these countries, let these drivers pass with their overloaded goods. But Burkina Faso, since they are having an energetic, a bullet-swever leader, a strong captain, Traorè, he don't tolerate that attitude. He will stop these vehicles and make sure you take off these loads, these excess loads from the vehicle, in order to protect his road. And aside protecting your road, when these cars are overloaded, sometimes it causes a lot of danger to the community, to the environment, because every road is in a community. So when you're a small car facing these vehicles, or when you are following these vehicles, it's very risky. You are in danger. This vehicle, because of the bad attitudes of these drivers, has putting other drivers into danger. So what this president is doing is what the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, is talking about. So Ghana, they will take money and let you go, but when you get to the border of Burkina Faso, they will cut off your vehicle instead of taking money. Instead of taking money, the president says no, he will cut off, or he will make sure you take off the load. So one vehicle or one truck will take off its load to 2 or 3 trucks before it can enter Burkina Faso. So you can imagine the number of overloaded goods and the pressure this vehicle has incurred on our roads in Ghana. So the Burkina Faso president is cutting off this vehicle or taking off this load from their vehicles before it enters their road, their newly constructed roads. And the president of Ghana has realized this, and he's saying, no, from now onwards, I'm doing same. If you cut, I will cut. Ucha na me cha, uyi na me yi. So if you cut the vehicle, I also cut. We are not taking any money no more. We are not taking money no more. That's what the president is saying. So this is not to punish the drivers alone. We are doing this to protect our roads. This is exactly the thing that we need. So if the president or the leader of Burkina Faso is doing this, the president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, I'm also instituting this law. From now onwards, any car that overload, any driver that overload his vehicle will not be allowed to use our road. That's what the president is saying. Clap for His Excellency. Where's that president? We will make sure you are able to enforce this law. We will always remind you, this is what we want. This is what we are looking from our leaders. This is what we are looking from our leaders. When you see your fellow leader is doing something positive to his nation, you copy him, you challenge him, you receive this challenge in good faith, and you throw back the challenge, and we move on. Gradually, we will become a developed nation. Look at what's happening in Burkina. You just in Ghanaians, you just take note. Now the Burkina Faso president is constructing a very long, lengthy road in Burkina. The president of Ghana, President Mahama, has also taken this challenge, and he is constructing a highway from Accra to Kumasi. Is that not beautiful? We will make sure the president of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will never back down. This is a good initiative. This is a good call. Learn from a good person. Learn from the right people. You see, friendship. You see, they are friends too. That's why we advise you with good friends too. You see the importance of having a good friend. You see, he is copying a good habit. Instead of you copying the good habit, you go and you copy the bad habit. President Mahama, he is entering into a good challenge. If you construct road, I will construct roads. If you cut off overloaded vehicle, I will not take money. We will not take money again. We will also cut off these vehicles to protect our roads. This is what we want. As a safety officer, this is what we want. You see, all the safety officers in the country are happy. But so as we can see, this is a good thing that the president, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, wants to do. But trust me, it's not just simple. It's not just easy. Let's all pray for him. Let's all back him. Because these long trust owners, you know, they are wealthy people. They are rich guys. They are the rich guys in the country, because someone like me cannot buy it. Someone like a normal earner, you cannot buy these trucks. You cannot own them, because it takes thousands of dollars to, get these vehicles. So they are the powerful ones supporting the parties. These are the people supporting the parties. So there will be ups and downs. But we will remind you and remind you and remind you, because me personally, I've encountered these owners of these trucks. See, common fire extinguishers, that when the car sparks fire, when the car is burning, you need these fire extinguishers to off the fire. When you meet a driver, you you ask him, why are you not having fire extinguisher? Why is it that you are not having warning triangles? They will just be talking anyhow to you, and they will call their owners. Hello, Alaji. Make sure road safety for say them you need fire extinguisher. Mami in casa. Hello? Road safety, ay Alaji na mi casa. Maninko ba memena to. Oba mi yan casa memena to. Oh Alaji, you need for this fire extinguisher before the car moves, because when the car is not having fire extinguisher, the driver is not safe and everything. Oh, me see maninko oko you load no waba na me to. Oh maninko. Now then Alaji will start threatening you in his voice. Oh maninko. Me fremu penyin no. So they will also be like, hey, President, let him go. You see, this is my track. When you cut it off, what will I eat? How can I support the party? You see? So the president, this is a war against the president, and the president is going to war. This battle is not just the law. So this battle needs the president boldness. He has to be a man before he will be able to do this. So President Mahama, once you've said you are starting this, I beg, don't stop. We there your back. We there for you. Like Don Dimelo, we there for you. So this, we shouldn't politicize it, you know. Both parties in Ghana, MPP, NDC, let's support this, because a boy I am buying. And track owners too. We know Muamun Jintu said you've done the wrong for a very long time. Cut off your vehicles. Let's maintain our roads. Don't come and say, they will come to you and say the roads are not good. But indirectly, you are the one destroying the roads. In Chile, why you want akuko kone otu why akuko kone oh. Okwa TV konu so no aba na afo bebusa. You destroy the road and you come back and tell us the roads are destroyed. The government is not doing anything. Who destroyed it? You yourself, you destroyed it. I'm talking to you drivers. So please understand that you've made mistakes for a very long time. Let's all respect ourselves and allow the president to do his work. Hello, vehicle owner, truck owner, Alaji, we beg you all, these truck owners. I know these truck owners, there are politicians who own these trucks, a lot of them. We've met a lot. And when I'm ready to tell you the stories of the phone call we've had with these politicians, what they tell us, you quit the country. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you all. This is Paul, the safety guy. Thank you for watching PTAG. Bye-bye.